So go to chapter 13, externalities. So when we talk about externalities, we're talking about indirect cost or benefits involving third party who are not third parties that are not part of that action. That is what externalities are. So it could be external cost or external benefit. So go down, let's see. External cost of production. Some production activities result in costs that are incurred by third parties. Third parties are people outside the business. They are neither owners nor employees. They may be individuals such as local residents, organizations, and property owners, or a resource such as a river. These external costs are the spillover effects of production. In getting started, the effect of the emission discharged by the waste management company was an example of an external cost. Residents living close to the waste disposal plant felt this cost. Some other examples of external costs are shown in the table. So we call it external cost because it's the cost to those who are not involved in that decision. So it's a negative spillover. I'm sitting down lonely here, minding my own business, but your action or inaction has affected me. That is externality. If it is positive, oh, I'm benefiting from it, it's an external benefit. But for cost, it means your action or inaction has cost me what I never budgeted or planned for. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So example is pollution, noise pollution, air pollution, water pollution, overcrowding, traffic congestion, resource depletion. So when we talk about resource depletion, what does that mean? It means you use up resources. So when you use up all the resources we have, what else will the next generation meet? The next generation will suffer for that, based on the fact that we have finished using it. It was not their own fault. It was not their own doing. We did. And now they won't be able to find it. These are all external costs. Are they clear? Clear? All right, we'll move on. So that is external cost of production. Now we go to external benefit of consumption. Well, wait, do I have anything to say before I go down? Yeah, external cost of production is clear, right? Okay. Now, external benefit of consumption. The consumption of certain goods can have a positive spillover effect. These are called external benefits and might be enjoyed by third parties such as individuals, organizations, and communities. Some examples of external benefits are outlined. So, for external benefits, there are positive spillovers. Positive spillover, things you gain while you are not part of the action, part of the decision. Do you get what I just said?
Mm-hmm.
The benefits you receive from not being part of that decision, that is external benefit. Is it clear now? So examples of external benefits are education. They say education will clearly benefit those who attend schools, universities, and colleges. They are likely to get better jobs, earn more money, and enjoy a better quality of life. However, education can also benefit the wider society. This is because if people are well educated, they may do highly skilled and socially useful jobs, such as doctors, teachers, pilots, senior administrators, or research scientists. As a result, productivity will be higher and the standard of living for society as a whole will rise. It could also be argued that higher levels of individual education would lower unemployment, improve household mobility, and raise rates of political participation, all of which would benefit the wider society. There's no doubt that when you look at education, it's more of private benefit. But going forward and looking further, you will see that education will benefit the whole society as a whole. Do you get that? Excuse me, please. For education, it's private benefit. But looking further, you see that with education, the society, the environment becomes a better place. But when people are educated, they become doctors, they become teachers, they become lawyers, they will help the wider society. Teachers will teach other students. They will learn more. So being educated allows you to do more too. Do you understand? So education will not only benefit the individual partaking in it, it also benefits the society as a whole. That's why it is an external benefit of consumption. Is it clear? For healthcare, individuals that consume healthcare will benefit if their own personal health improves. They will feel less pain, can return to work and enjoy life more. However, the consumption of healthcare by an individual can also benefit third parties. For example, if people are healthier, they are able to work more effectively, making contributions to economic output and paying taxes. This will benefit the wider society. Healthcare. Healthcare, when going for healthcare, you see healthcare as a private benefit because, okay, my health is improved. It's my benefit. But it does not only affect me. If my health is improved, I'll be able to teach others too. But if I don't have that, I won't be able. So healthcare is more of external than private. Do you understand? So having good health means you'll be able to do more. You'll be able to, you'll be able to contribute your own quota to the society. But when you don't have health, you might not be able to do that. Is that clear? Yes. And it's because you have health that you can work and pay your taxes, which government will be able to use to build infrastructure, to build to finance education, to finance healthcare. Is it clear? Yes. Now, social cost. Social cost is external cost plus private cost. So social cost is the cost to the society. So it combines both the private and the public sector, public cost. So let's see, they said the production and consumption of a good will have costs that can be divided into private cost and external cost. Those who consume or produce a good meet private cost. For example, the private cost of a smoker might be the $100 per month that is spent on cigarettes. The external cost will be the discomfort and health risk that a third party might be exposed to as a result of inhaling cigarette smoke. So look at how social costs work here. Smoking cigarettes has both private and external cost, which combines social cost. So the smoker will buy the cigarettes. That is private cost. I sitting down beside a smoker might inhale the smoke, causing a damage to my health. External cost, because the smoker would not pay for that. It's an external cost. So when you combine the cost of the smoker and the cost, it becomes the cost of the society. Is it clear? Yes. Okay, they said in production now. So we've talked about now they said in production, the private cost to a property developer of building a retail center might be $220 million. Financial cost of the project. The external cost might include one, is not generated from the development site during construction. So now you want to construct a develop, you want to build. The cost of the building, the cost of the construction is a private cost. But the time of building, equipment will be there. They will use there will be noise. Yes or no? The road will be blocked. Maybe they have to come with some trucks. The road will be blocked. These are external costs. Because it's you, it's not ours. It's not our house. So that's an external cost. I think it's clear. So when you combine private cost and external cost, the negative externality, it gives us social cost. Clear? Yes. Now go to social benefits. For social benefits, it means the benefits to the society. The benefit to the society. Is it clear? A great place. So for social benefit, like I said earlier, it means private benefit plus external benefit, positive externality. So we go down. So the production or consumption of a good will also have benefit that can be divided into private and external. Those who produce or consume a good enjoy private benefits. The third party enjoys the satisfaction or the pleasure of what they do not do is the ones that are external. Do you get it now? Your action or inaction that you benefit from is a private benefit. If I'm able to benefit from your own action, it becomes an external benefit. When we combine these together, it becomes social benefit. Clear? Any question about it? So that is what social benefit is. Clear? External benefit plus private benefit. So in exams, they might ask you questions about external benefit or private benefit. There's no way you want to discuss any of these two without involving social benefits. That was what I told your mates the other day. You have to. When they ask you about external, you need to talk about all because you can't stand alone without there's private costs, yes. But whatever the private cost is, it will lead to either external cost or external benefits. Do you get it? Any question about it? I think it's clear. We move on. Government policies to deal with externalities. So, when I was defining externality, I never told you externality is also a market failure, but it is a market failure. So it means social cost of production exceeds social benefit of production together. So how do we know? Government will come up with policy. Government are also decision makers, they are policy makers. So there's what we call cost benefit analysis. This cost benefit analysis makes government to take decision about whatever they need to do in terms of production. So if government make its cost benefit analysis and finds out that the social benefits of their action is more than the social cost of that action, they will go ahead to take that action. Okay. Now, government policies. Government policies are rules, regulations, laws, legislation that government wants to use to correct or to increase, to correct negative externality or to increase positive externality. So government is not going to only solve problems. Government also try to increase satisfaction. So we don't always see government like, oh, government is just there when it's because there's market failure, government will be intervening. Not only that, there are merit goods. Merit goods are goods that without government intervention, we cannot all have them. So these goods we need to increase the consumption of these goods. Yes or no? So government needs to intervene so that we can continuously improve in getting this, continuously increase our consumption of these goods. But you get it? So this is why government policies come into place. Government policies come into place to correct negative externality, to increase positive externality. So let's see. Taxation, that's the first one. Taxation can be used to reduce external cost of production. For example, if a tax is imposed on the chemical firm that produces damaging emissions, production costs will increase and the prices charged by the firm will rise. This should result in a fall in demand for the firm's products and therefore a reduction in pollution. So government might impose taxes. For example, that they make a chemical factory that pollutes air. So if government increases its taxation on this, the factory might reduce its output, meaning that pollution would reduce. So government is trying to reduce negative externality through pollution, through taxation. Clear? The second paragraph. Taxes can also be used to reduce the external cost of consumption, not only external cost of production, external cost of consumption, which we can talk about demerit goods like cigarettes. So if government wants to reduce the external cost of consumption, government might impose taxes, high taxes on cigarettes. So an increase in taxes on cigarettes might mean that the supply of cigarettes would fall. So if the supply of cigarettes falls, demand, because the price is increasing, the demand would fall. This is how it works. If government increases the taxes on cigarettes, price of cigarettes increases, yes or no? Demand might reduce. And if demand reduces, supply will definitely reduce. Do you understand? So this might reduce externalities. But most of the time when we talk about cigarettes, it is addiction. So no matter what the price is, they might still continue to buy. Clear? We go to subsidies. So that is for external cost of production and external cost of consumption. Taxes can solve it, can at least solve it. Now we go to subsidies. Subsidies are financial help from government. Government would not want to help to increase externalities, negative externality. Government would not want to do that. If government is bringing up subsidy, it's because government wants to encourage the consumption of merit goods, not demerits. So let's see. Such as subsidies, the government can offer money, such as subsidies and other financial rewards to firms as an incentive to reduce external costs. For example, a firm might receive a subsidy if it builds a plastic recycling plant. This might encourage households and firms to recycle their plastic waste instead of dumping it. Do you see that? Government wants to encourage recycling, to reduce. Government wants to maintain, we call it sustainable development. So one way to maintain sustainable development is to recycle. we don't waste resources because of the future generation. So if government wants to do this, government might encourage firms, give financial rewards to firms that recycle. Two, so people won't be dumping anymore, because dumping means you are polluting the water. Yes or no? So no more dumping. The government can also give subsidies to firms that generate external benefits. For example, some governments around the world have given subsidy to the producers of solar energy. So you say solar energy reduces the use of fuel. Yes or no? Biochemicals. Yes or no? So now that, how do we use solar energy? It means some businesses must invest on it. So government might subsidize for these firms so that their cost of production might reduce, to encourage them to do more of solar. Is it clear? Okay. So this is all about subsidies. Subsidy would help to encourage the consumption of goods, the production of goods that will help the society. Taxes will discourage the consumption and the production of goods that become detriment to the society, that it's harmful to the society. Okay? You go to fines. In some countries, a system of fines is used to reduce external costs. What is fines? What are fines? Fines are financial penalties. Penalties, yeah, that you have to pay because you did not comply to certain rules, certain regulations. Non-compliance. So financial penalty on non-compliance is called fines. Clear, right? Okay, so government might come up with fines. And when fines come in, it reduces your profitability, because you're going to pay from what you make, whatever you make. So it reduces your profit. As a result of that, you might be discouraged to continue that act that is making you to pay more. Do you understand? Yes. Government regulations. These are rules, laws. So pressure has gone on government in recent years to pass more legislation to protect the environment. Much of the pressure has emerged because of growing concerns about global warming. Many countries around the world have laws that are designed to protect the environment. Most of these laws are directed at businesses and aim to reduce the external cost of production. So, government must protect the environment. And to protect the environment, government must come up with laws that makes non-protection of the environment becomes illegal. Look at what I just said here. Government will come up with laws or legislations that will make the non-compliance of environmental protection becomes illegal. So that is what regulations will do. Is it clear? So why will government do this? Government want to do this to protect the environment, so that global warming will not just increase. Is it clear? Pollution permits. For pollution permits, what does that imply? It implies these are for firms that pollute the air, that they continuously pollute the air. So before you can pollute the air, you need permission from government. So you must not exceed your permits. If you do, then you might go for court litigation.
You get a fine.
Yes, you might get a fine. You might have to go through court litigation, like court processes. So if you have to pollute more air than what you are producing, than your permit, you might have to buy from companies that have few left with them. You know, when government gives pollution permits, the maximum government would give. So that means combining all these factories together, this is the total permit, this is the total pollution they have to use for the rest of the year. You know, that means they are controlling pollution. So if they are controlling pollution, government will not be able to sell more to you. The only place you could get more are from those who have not used theirs. Because at the end of it all comes together to be the maximum that government wants to be polluted. Do you get it or not? If you don't, let me explain again.
No,
You know, you get pollution permit from government. Then why can't I go to government to get more pollution permit? You won't be able, because the government has budgeted for pollution. So they cannot exceed that. So the only place you could get more is from those firms that have not used theirs. Is it clear? That is pollution permit. Any questions about externalities?
No.
Clear. So go to the MCP. Which of the following is an example of an external cost resulting from production?
Noise pollution from aircraft.
Example of external cost resulting from production. External cost of production.
Is it incorrect to say?
Noise pollution from an aircraft. Let's check it one at a time. Smoke fumes from cigarettes. That is consumption. Smoke fumes from cigarettes is external cost of consumption. Do you know that? Loud music from a noisy neighbor. External cost of consumption. Noise pollution from an aircraft. Noise pollution from an aircraft. Job creation resulting from the development of a brownfield site. So look at it too. Job creation resulting from the development of a brownfield site. And noise pollution from an aircraft. An aircraft, that's an aeroplane. The noise pollution is from where? Is it consumption or production?
Consumption.
It's consumption. And for the brownfield sites, it should be a green field. But now it becomes brownfield because we have to build on it. That is external cost of production. So the answer is D. Is it clear now? For noise pollution for the aircraft, the aircraft will not move except people are flying. Is it consumption or production? Consumption. So, but creating job from there's job creation. That is, why would you create a job? Because you want to produce. So that is external cost of production. Is it clear? Yeah. They are all external costs, but A, B, C are external cost of consumption. And D is external cost of production. Is it clear? Question 2. Which of the following represents social cost?
Costs plus
social cost. What's it?
Costs plus costs.
Which is what?
Social cost.
Which is what? A, B, C, or D?
Oh, C.
C, great. So that ends externalities. Any question about it?
No.
Going to chapter 14, why?